Alright, when you're done, you're gonna take a pencil. This has to be done with a pencil. You cannot use a crayon or a pen or a marker. This has to be a pencil, because we want to transfer the graphite from the little pie shape to our final project. So you're going to press as hard as you can, and you're going to scribble over all of the shapes that you drew. You don't have to worry about the negative space, the white spaces. Just trace over your lines, and you have to do it both sides, front and back. So when you're done with one side, do the other side. That should be good enough. The darker you press, the nicer the lines are going to show up when we're tracing it. Alright, so I got my design. I have outlined it with black marker, and I have scribbled over it with a pencil. Next step, we're going to take a white piece of paper, and we have to find the center. So to find the center, I'm folding my paper in half. Where the lines meet is going to be the center of my page. I'm going to put a little dot here so I don't forget. Next step is we are going to put our pie shape. You're going to line up the pointy end with a dot in the center, and we're going to trace over our design, once again using a pencil. I'm going to put a piece of tape on the edge here so that my pie shape does not move. And then I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to trace over my design, and as you can see, it's going to show up underneath. So the pressure of the pencil is transferring the design. It's transferring the graphite from my pie shape to my paper. Press nice and hard. It'll look better. Alright, it's kind of faint, but that's okay as long as you can see it. If you want to, you can trace the circle around your design. So I'm just going to take my pencil, I'm going to trace around the outside of my little pie shape. Carefully peel this back so you don't rip your paper. And set it off to the side. And I kind of ripped my paper too. Oh well. Alright, you can outline this better so that you can see it. And there it is. Now this next part is really important. So when we drew our pie shapes, we made sure that our design was asymmetrical. So one side was different, the left side was different from the right side. In this next step, we're going to make our design symmetrical again. Right? And we're going to do that by flipping the pie shape. So if I flip the pie shape and line it up with the center again, you're going to notice that the shapes from my first section are going to line up with the shapes from my second section. If they don't, if you don't flip it, if you just slide it over, the shapes do not line up. They are not symmetrical. Alright, so that's the wrong way to do it. I need you to flip it, line it up with the center, and tape it down again. Okay, so now you can see that the shapes are going to be mirror images of each other. So we're making our design symmetrical this time. And I'm just repeating the same step. I'm going over my design, pressing hard, and transferring the graphite from my pie to my final paper. Once again, if you want to make a circle, just take your pencil and draw on the outside of your little pie shape. Carefully peel this off. See, I didn't rip it this time. And make these darker. So you're going to continue tracing this design and making sure that as you're tracing, you're flipping the pie shape each time you go to a new section. So now you can see how the design becomes symmetrical this time. Here's a line of symmetry where the paper is folded, and what I have on the left side matches what's on the right side. Alright, now I'm gonna go to this area. So I traced it like this for my first one. I'm gonna flip it, line it up, and trace it again for my third section. Tape it down and draw. Sometimes you're going to forget if you traced one shape or not, so just kind of take a peek, see what you did, what you still need to do. Alright, I think I'm done. Nope, forgot this one. Now I'm done. I'm going to trace the outside. You're going to continue this until you have the whole circle traced out. Alright, I had it like this. This section, I'm flipping. Let me peel my tape off. Carefully flip my section, line it up. Make sure that you're always lining up your pie shape with the center of the paper. That has to happen, otherwise your design is going to travel all around the paper. It's not going to line up in the end. And I'm just repeating the same steps. Flip and trace. Make it darker so you can see it better. Okay, I'm not going to show you anymore because all the steps after this are the same. I'm gonna stop the video here, and I just need you to know that you're gonna continue this. Continue flipping and tracing until the whole circle is complete. Alright? And that's the steps.